Hello warriors and survivors, welcome back to Armor in Pink. It's been last 13-14 days since I picked up the camera. Not because the journey stopped, but because sometimes living through it takes more energy. One thing nobody tells you about the cancer journey is that there are days when even talking feels exhausting, overwhelming. Today I am here to catch up since the start of the vlogging. I had anxiety attacks due to the hormone therapy I am on. I have been in and out of hospital for last month or so. Got my medicines changed, focusing now more on healing naturally. So continuing the insights of my journey. Those who have not seen the beginning, please go and check out the part 1 to know where this journey started. And for those who are continuing followers, thank you for coming back and being part of this journey. So as we were discussing the last time, after I got my biopsy done, I resumed my job in the school that I was working. And after all this, I had informed my seniors and my top authorities about the same, and they were being very supportive, and they were trying to calm me down that I should not worry, everything would be fine. The result for the biopsy generally takes around 3 to 4 days, maybe 7 days sometimes. But as I got it through the doctor who was known to my family friends, so he expedited the procedure into 3 to 4 days. So the biopsy that is done for these type of cancers, I had earlier told you that I will be sharing the deets. So the biopsy here is called the fine needle aspiration, or the FNAC, which is done under the guidance of ultrasound under the local anesthesia. The kind of needle that is used, I put the picture, I put the images, you can go see through. Now, point to remember under the biopsy is that when we are getting the biopsy, we should tell our radiologist who is doing the procedure to give us enough local anesthesia, like as per our pain threshold. We should actually tell them that we do not have enough pain threshold, and they give us enough so that we could bear the procedure and it will not be painful then. Then we have to follow the guidelines, the prescribers, the medicines, the painkillers, and the rest schedule. I was advised 2 days of bed rest and 1 week no heavy lifting. I worked in school after the biopsy was done. The 10th, I remember the 10th boards were going on, so I had to do the invigilation also. So in and of the invigilation procedure, everybody, my colleagues, my seniors, everybody, my principal, they came along and they were asking, what's the result like? And I was like, the results are not still out. And I was also being anxious when the results will be out. The date, again, I cannot forget, 26th of July. My results came. It was also another board exam. I was invigilating. I was waiting for the result. I kept asking on the message. My husband was at home with my toddler at that time, and the number of messages I dropped him, the only answer during the day I got was, the results are not out. The results are not out. They are not there. I have asked, they have not been giving right now. So I proceeded my day normally as I would. I was working, answering all my colleagues, my principal, whenever they asked me. They were also concerned that what are the results. They have been very supportive Mind you, my work family, my family, my extended family, all were being very supportive during this time. And the day ended, I went back home and I looked at my husband, and the first thing, the result. So my husband held my hand, made me sit, and looked into my eyes and said those words no one ever wanted to hear. Nobody ever wishes, nobody wants to hear. I said, baby, it is. He knew since morning, but he did not wanted to spoil my mood, and so that I could function smoothly in the office. He did not tell me the entire day. After that, I asked, looking at my son, my toddler, I asked my husband, now what? And in Punjabi, he said, Sab vadiya hoega. That means everything will be good, everything will be better, everything will be fine. In this part, I would like to emphasize the importance of support that you need during the journey, and that I received not only from my immediate family, but also from my workplace, from my extended family, my husband, my in-laws. Until this point of time, when my biopsy results had come, mind you, my parents didn't even know that I was being diagnosed with cancer, because my mother herself was in the hospital undergoing her knee surgery operation. She was in the OT, so they were not at all aware of what the results came. So it is really important that during this phase of time you get support from all sides, and with whom you are comfortable with. After the diagnosis, then came the day of PET scan, which would tell the stage where all it has spread and everything. So we worked towards getting those tests done. So once I move to that next part, I would like to tell the one very important thing my doctor told me after all this thing happened, and we had to follow the treatment plan. He said the treatment plan all over India, anywhere abroad, would be the same. But the first and the foremost thing, which is really important, is the comfort, the support that a warrior or a survivor can get. And that is what I would also again and again emphasize, that you should get treated, you should get your treatment started, your surroundings should be those where you are comfortable in, where you get enough support, and where your body is comfortable. That is the first and the foremost thing that will make your journey, I will not say easier, but smoother when the journey hits a bump, right? You get a hurdle, you get hit by a storm, those stormy days, you get comforted when you are surrounded by the people who love, who care for you, who are there for you. So that is very, very, very important. Further, I will talk about my symptoms, my type, everything in the coming vlogs. So do follow my journey and subscribe, like and share the channel, and please give ample love to this safe space of yours. And if you, my brothers and sisters, the fellow warriors and survivors, want to share your journey, anything that makes you feel lighter and connected and more stronger for the journey, please do share in this space, your safe space, Armor in Pink. Thank you.